as he leans forward to his head, he's making himself available to block. Brock can catch him, which he just did again. Etienne leaning in a little bit, leaving himself wide open to block, and a lot of time left in this round.
8, walk to me.
Now we will see if Brock learns something from the last round and goes to the body instead of getting over anxious for the kill upstairs.
A lot of time left, and he's down a second time, and Lawrence Cole is waving it off. Oh, boy, that's a big, big win for Calvin Brock.
A lot of people are going to say there's controversy. Lawrence Cole has been known for stopping fights early, quickly. There could be arguments on both sides whether or not that fight was stopped too quickly. Etienne did get up right after the knockdown. Did look like his eyes were clear, but no arguing. He had been down twice. And no arguing with the fundamental mistakes he was making. Leaning forward from his waist, we talked about it just before the knockdown in the second round, putting his head in a place where Brock could find it, where he couldn't work offensively, but the head was there where Brock could find him early. Joe, kind of like when you were a kid and your uncle put his hand on your head, and you reached and you tried to hit your uncle and you couldn't reach.
Let's take a look, Teddy, with our super slow-mo of the combinations in that third round that started off the festivities for Calvin Brock.
Short left hook on the inside by Brock. Left hook there, but the right hand did most of the damage. And again, look at the position that Etienne's in. Leaning forward, leaving himself susceptible. Let's take another look at the first knockdown in the third round. Brock trying to set it up, using the jab, old-fashioned 1-2, right hand right behind it. Left hand again down, just like it was the round before for Etienne, leaving a window wide open for that right hand. And again, on top of the head, not the punch on the chin, but the punch on top of the head. Etienne leaning forward, leaving that available, and that's the same area that he was hurt and knocked out with Fred Oquendo some time ago.
For the official particulars, let's send it up to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 1 minute and 25 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory, still undefeated, Calvin, the boxing banker, Brock.
Calvin Brock goes to 24-0, the third round knockout win over Cliffy Etienne. Now he's with our Jeremy Schaap. Jeremy.
Thanks, Joe. A very convincing victory, obviously, Calvin. When did you know that you could beat Clifford Etienne?
From the time they made the fight. I don't care what nobody say, what anybody write, what anybody think, what anybody do. Can't nothing stop me from becoming a heavyweight champion of the world. That's between me and God. God's gonna bless me anyway. I thank God for the victory in Jesus' name. And I knew I had him. Ain't nobody strong though, man. You know what? I'm like He-Man right here. You see what I'm saying?
Calvin, you stepped up tonight. Your opponent tonight, Clifford Etienne, significantly more experienced than any of your previous opponents. What does this victory mean to you?
It means I take anybody, anywhere, anytime. I'm ready to be the heavyweight champion of the world. I'm the real truth.
Tell me about the knockdowns, all three of them.
Hey, when I hit him, he went down with one blow sometimes. And I knew I could put people down with one blow. I got 20 knockouts now, 24 wins. And then I was also setting him up. His power wasn't there. He wasn't strong as me on the inside. He was strong. He was real strong. He had a good chin because he took a great shot. Had a good record. He beat some named fighters. He beat Layman Bruce, the current WO champion of the world. But I'm showing people now.
Comes along with that. It's imperative that we have